Hi Libra, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your weekly tarot check for the week of May 31st to June 7th. This is for all Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And I want to thank you so much for watching the channel and watching the readings. I'm having a great time doing them for you. I'm really getting a kick out of these weekly readings, even though they're not maybe as in-depth sometimes as a Celtic Cross. They're interesting because sometimes I get hits on some mundane things, but they're important to share. So anyway, it's just kind of our day-to-day operations are represented here. If you're new here, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. If you tap the bell, you'll be notified when new videos are posted, but that's usually about once a week. So I do a weekly, I do monthlies, mid-month, and I also have added a love tarot to the lineup, and that's on the first Friday of the month if you want some love guidance. And so anyway, let's see what's going on here for Libra. May 31st through June 7th. And again, we're dealing with the mystic here, mystical. So it's tough to keep it completely contained to a week, but we'll see what the cards have to say here for Libra. Let's see what the cards have to say for Libra. May 31st through June 2nd for Libra. We go day by day if you're new here. We start off with Sunday. There you are, Justice. Monday, you've got the Eight of Swords. Tuesday, you've got the Two of Cups. Wednesday, you've got the Page of Swords. Thursday, you've got the Four of Wands. Friday, you have the Hanged Man. Saturday, you have the Three of Cups. And then you've got the Five of Swords on Sunday. So you definitely have air here. You've certainly got Libra represented. You've got water. It definitely feels like there's a commitment here. And but there's some conflict around you. There's some indecision. And for somebody here, this is not going to be for everyone here. For somebody here, you may have some kind of a delay with a marriage or something like that. It's like there's a delay processing a license, some kind of a license. I'm thinking it's a marriage. It feels like a marriage license, but it possibly, I mean, I guess there's other kinds of licenses you could get, but I do feel like there's a delay here. So the Justice card does not, even though it represents Libra, it doesn't always represent legal matters. It can. What it really, moreover, represents is seeing the absolute truth, okay? And I do feel like you're seeing something here for what it is. And I feel like there's somebody around you we'll get to this on Monday, but they're not willing to see things. And I don't know if you have a friend or somebody, it feels like possibly a friend who's in an abusive relationship, or they're very unhappy in their marriage and they're complaining about it and they will not leave this marriage. And it's like, look, you have other options and they don't want to see them. They're very limited in their viewpoint. But I do feel like for you, you know, you have honesty around you and you can bring balance into the situation. I also think too, for you, you're preparing for something. You're getting ready for something. And again, I feel like there's a wedding coming up. You're trying to get ready and get things ready for this event. It's either like a wedding or it's some kind of possibly like a party or something that was postponed. And you're very busy with that, getting things, pictures, I feel like other things like material stuff aligned. So again, you may not have that much time for this Eight of Swords on Monday. It's being in a mental prison, right? It's a self-imposed prison, so there's the good news. But I do feel like this person feels very trapped. They're very stuck in a situation. And also really like second-guessing themselves. So there's a way out here, but they need to get a little bit more self-aware or something. It's like there's a lot of confusion around it. And I feel like, again, this has to do with someone around you where they're just having a hard time seeing things very clearly. Tuesday, you've got the Two of Cups. And again, this is about balance too. This whole week for you, I feel like is about bringing in balance. So for some of you, you may get be inclined, if you're in a relationship, to go just the two of you and spend time. There's definitely a soulmate connection here, and this may be somebody that you had an ending with before and they came back into the picture, and there were people around you that weren't too sure about it, but it really has gone well. I definitely feel that for somebody, where it wasn't just a linear path on this relationship, but there's definitely love here. And I do feel like people around you appreciate you this week. They appreciate your down-to-earthness, your creativity, and are going to be looking to you, I think, for some guidance and some strength. And Wednesday here, you may have some communication here that is a bit abrupt, I'm getting. It's just like somebody that talks a lot, and they are just, I feel like there's all this talking around you. But again, it's like they kind of are insecure in some ways, and just looking for some attention. And I also think they may tell you something, some kind of information about, it's like there's some kind of surprise or something, or be careful with this. This may be more what it is. If you're planning on some surprise for somebody, be careful who you tell, because they may inadvertently reveal it or just run their mouth, or there's something about that though, where there's somebody who talks and it's like it was really supposed to be a surprise that would have been a lot of fun, and it will get ruined if this person is in the mix. So Thursday, you have the Four of Wands. Again, this is all about building a foundation. It's about, unity. It's very celebratory energy. It goes great with the Three of Cups that you have on Saturday. So you may be planning something that's going to be a lot of fun for people around you. This is, again, oftentimes referred to as the 1111 card. So there's, it's a marriage ceremony, but there's, it's overall, it's a very happy, successful time for you. It suggests too that there could be more work to be done. So again, if you're planning something, things are manifesting, and because this is also a manifestation card, but there's more that needs to go into it. So again, I feel like if you're planning some kind of ceremony, you're going to have more things that you're going to end up doing. Now on Friday here, there's a change in perspective, and this is interesting because you've got the Eight of Swords there, which is about being blindfolded and unwilling to change. The Hanged Man is different. The Hanged Man is about going within and looking at things differently. Okay, so this is possible that whoever this was starts to see some things, and it may be, what's interesting about this is the Hanged Man is oftentimes it's associated with the number 4. This comes 4 days after the Eight of Swords. So it seems to resolve itself pretty quickly here. So I do feel like if you have somebody that's kind of a drag because they're very stuck, give them a little bit of time. Sometimes time just needs more time, and it will resolve itself. But I do feel like there's resolution there, and there's a change. Somebody gets a change of heart in this matter. And they may also, that person may also come around to help you with whatever this other project is. Saturday, you've got this Three of Cups. Again, this is very celebratory, and it's a time when you get together, possibly in a small group. There's socializing though. There's definitely some kind of new beginning too. I feel like for some of you, if you've been in a relationship, you really are seeing the strengths of that person, and you're eager to move forward. There's an eagerness here to move forward, to be together, and to live as happily ever after. You do have, on Sunday, you've got this Five of Swords that shows up here. And this can be, all about kind of winners and losers in a situation. So I do feel like for some of you, you may decide that there's some kind of a dispute that you don't want to be in the middle of, but it is a change. It's a 5, so it's all about change and the situation changing. It may be related to the Eight of Swords and the Hanged Man, that there's somebody that they get into some kind of conflict and they kind of try to pull you into it, and you just, you don't have to participate in every fight you're invited to. But this person is looking for a fight. It's like they're looking back, and when the others have walked away, they continue to kind of poke and prod. So be aware of that energy around you, because especially if you're planning on something beautiful, don't let it stop you. Don't let it take your focus off of what's really important. So you will close things off for those of you that want to attract more love into your life. This will help. It's a whisper of oracle, and it's consider your foundation. Look at how committed you are to love. Well, with that Four of Wands, that's definitely about commitment. So I think there's a correlation there. And we'll close things off with money and the law of attraction. I am developing the skill to direct my thoughts. The most valuable skill or talent that you could ever develop is that of directing your thoughts toward what you want, to be adept at quickly evaluating all situations and then quickly coming to the conclusion of what you want most, and then giving your undivided attention to that. There is a tremendous skill in deliberately directing your own thoughts that will yield results that you cannot compare with results that mere action can provide. So our thoughts vibrate, right? Harvard recently did a study where they, it was probably like around January, they could actually tell what somebody was thinking about by the frequency of their thoughts. So your thoughts are vibrational, and they do attract things to you that match those thoughts. So if you can see it in your mind, you can have it in your reality. I love you so much, Libra, and I'll be back again soon.